Trump's inauguration, America, Babylon the Great, full of lies and deceits. Before I proceed, I want to give all the honor, glory, and praises to the Most High Yahawah and His only begotten Son, YAHAWASHI, whom the world ignorantly called Jesus. Double honors to my elders at Great MILESTONE, taught me this truth through the Spirit. Single honors to the elect. Peace and blessings to the 1/3 and to the confusion of faces in the four corners of the earth. Shalom. I'm making this video because we live in a society where there are a lot of sheeple, all right? And the reason why I use the word sheeple, because people need someone to guide them. Though they're functioning adults, though they pay their bills, though they're law-abiding citizens, though they wouldn't harm a fly, whatever you want to say, they still will vote because they're depending on them to guide them, to lead them, to save them. That's why I call them sheeple. It's like a sheep that needs a shepherd. They need to be placed in society. So this is Proverbs chapter 14, verse 15. The simple believeth every word, but the prudent man looketh well to his going. A wise man feareth and departeth from evil, but the fool rageth and is confident. The main precept is verse 15, Proverbs 14 and 15. The simple believeth every word. The simple believeth every word, but a prudent man looketh well to his going. All right, a wise man. So let's get to it.
As we gather today, our government confronts a crisis of trust. For many years, a radical and corrupt establishment has extracted power and wealth from our citizens while the pillars of our society lay broken and seemingly in complete disrepair.
Look who's talking. You know, the scripture says in Ecclesiasticus, because we believe in the 1611 King James Version Bible, which I do read, and the Apocrypha, which was taken out of the KJV, is in there. And it says in Sirach or Ecclesiasticus chapter 12, verse 10, never trust thine enemy. As iron rusteth, so shall his weakness. Now, when I say enemy, you understand this, because this when I'm speaking sound like treason. What I mean is the rich versus the poor. It's that simple. The rich versus the poor. Because Esau and Jacob, we understand that. The Lord said we shall be sold to our enemies and we're going to go into slavery on ships. That's in the Bible, y'all, Deuteronomy 28. So we know that not only are we mortal enemies, we are actually spiritual enemies. Going back to Jacob and Esau. Hell, going back to Cain and Abel, if you really want to get spiritual. But I digress. So Sirach or Ecclesiasticus 13, 21 through 22. A rich man beginning to fall is held up of his friends, but a poor man being down is thrust away by his friends. Prime example, who gets bailouts? The Fortune 500 companies. 400, what was it, like a $400 billion something bailout the time that Obama was in office? And who got bailed out? The bankers, Wall Street, Big Pharma, right? While you get, we'll see you $300, $600 every 3 or 6 month increments. And y'all just got to eat that shit. And y'all still voting? They know damn well $300, $600 ain't going to do shit for you and your family. But they do it as such. Sirach or Ecclesiasticus chapter 13, verse 22. When a rich man is fallen, he hath many helpers. He speaketh things not to be spoken, and yet men justify him. They justify him. The poor man slipped, and yet they rebuked him too. Damn. He spake wisely, and could have no place. Like it says in Ecclesiastes, a wise man, wisdom is heard in silence more than what, the cackling or the laughter of a fool. I digress. Let's go to the second segment.
We now have a government that cannot manage even a simple crisis at home, while at the same time stumbling into a continuing catalog of catastrophic events abroad. It fails to protect our magnificent, law-abiding American citizens, but provides sanctuary and protection for dangerous criminals, many from prisons and mental institutions that have illegally entered our country from all over the world.
Once again, here come the lies and deceits. Now, you like to use the people love to use the word Americans, Americans, Americans. American is not a race, okay? America is just a concept. America was named after Amerigo Vespucci, the Latin navigator that actually discovered America and stepped foot on the Americas. Christopher Colon never did. He only stepped foot in Hispaniola, which is known as Haiti and Dominican Republic today. Right? But I mean, he's a great orator. You got to remember, y'all, he was an actor, The Apprentice, right? And remember what an actor is. An actor is someone that portrays themselves. That's literally what it means. An actor is someone who portrays themselves. Okay? So he's putting on the character for you. But he is the commander-in-chief. Believe that. Right? But about the illegals, whoa. Since when can someone else be an indigenous native of a land, but then you call them illegals? That's what the devil does, people. Hello, you can't erase the history. America was not, you know how they got fair trade on a lot of these products now, and cruelty, animal free, and all that fair trade. America wasn't built on fair trade. It was built off of rape, rob, and murder, and y'all know that. This is Micah chapter 2, verse 1 through 2. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand. And they covet fields, lands, and take them by violence, and houses, and take them away. But they'll give you a holiday and say it's called Thanksgiving. No, Thanksstealing. So now I'm getting a little upset. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage. From 722 BC, think about it, y'all. 722 BC, 722 BC, the America was already inhabited by the 10 lost tribes. Because Shalmaneser, the king of Assyria, had him sent over here. You can read about it in 2nd Esdras, the 13th chapter, in the Apocrypha. That's why they took it out the Bible. I wonder who. I don't want to make this too long, but you know me, I got to get it off my chest when it's on my chest. Now, let's get on to the next.
We have a government that has given unlimited funding to the defense of foreign borders, but refuses to defend American borders or, more importantly, its own people.
I got to be honest with you, though. When they come, Trump, when he say he want to do something, he going to do something. He mean that. I give him that. He talking about he want to put up a wall for real. He mean that. He talking about doing that. And Trump do be trying to start wars, but sometimes Trump, he let his ego get in the way a little bit. You know, just like how the Iran deal was done with Obama. He come through, man, fuck your deal. You know, it's like you have these world leaders like, man, I don't even want to deal with America no more. If you understand what I'm saying. But let me get back to it. You're talking about the military budget and the funding and the money that's being dished out. That's because you can't keep your ass at home. You do remember what your blessing is, Esau. Your blessing is the sword. That's why you love war. And your blessing is the fatness of the earth. That's why you have military bases in over 130 some countries. Because the Lord did what? Job 9:24. He gave the earth to the wicked. Like, y'all, I'm not making this stuff up. You can read it for yourself and look at history, but it'll take you some years. Because this is not some stuff you can just learn and get on or get up on within a 5-minute soundbite or whatever. The elders been doing this before I was even born. I've been on this earth for over 35 years. Let that sink in. And the elder Apostle Gabar said the Bible never ceased to amaze him. But let's get back to the lesson at hand. That money getting dished out because y'all can't keep y'all ass at home. Remember in the Bible where it says Babylon is an unwalled city? That's America. This is Rome all over again. I'm getting excited now. Because Rome stretched their army too thin. and putting so much money to the military. Guess what they fed the people when they realized that the dinero, not dinero, damn, what they call it? Dang, it's not the dinero. I forgot what they call it. But their currency during that time was falling. The economy was falling. Their system was falling. Remember the year of the Four Caesars? That, come on, man. And what they gave the people? Bread and circuses. The gladiator. It's no different than today. An arena today is like a coliseum. Hello? Turn a coliseum to a mausoleum. But nonetheless, Habakkuk 2, Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 4 through 5. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him. But the just shall live by his faith. Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine. What's that wine? Foreign policies. He is a proud man. The few, the proud, the Marines. Proudly made in America. Proud to be an American, right? Come on, y'all. Neither keepeth at home. How many conflicts does America have in the world? Come on now. Who enlargeth his desire as hell. The country that America claimed that Gaddafi and Saddam Hussein was using chemical weapons against them and all these kind of heinous acts, all was a lie. And guess what? Those countries are in worse states than they were prior to the dictators that was already there. Come on now. Who enlargeth his desire as hell and as death. It cannot be satisfied. He's never satisfied. But gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people, hence the petrodollar. Hence why the worlds are dumping the dollar in U.S. Treasury bonds, because now they want to deal with their own currency, which goes back to BRICS, which is synonymous with the IMF. Let me say this. IMF, International Monetary Fund, pretty much run by the small hats, the JJs, the people over there in our land. Now, BRICS consist of countries not a part of how should I put it? The BRICS countries are countries that's not really a part of the EU, NATO, right? Not really. Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, and a whole bunch of other small countries. And they're starting to do business with them. And other countries now want to join. That's what's happening. So Henry Kissinger just said, we're going to drop the dollar and we're going to drop the gold standard and we're going to use the petrodollar. That's how they heaped all people onto them. That's why if you look in America, what the hell does America export? Nothing but what? Military? Threats? Sanctions? Tariffs? America is a big Walmart. Most of the products made in China, made in Indonesia, imported from Bangladesh, yada, 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 whatever the case may be. America is dependent on the world, right? The world is not dependent on America in a sense. It's only intertwined with America because of the financial the financial bounding contracts because of the petrodollar. That's it. But that's why you complain about the military and the money going up, because that's your nature. You want to keep your ass at home. That's why they say on the police card, they say to protect and serve the community. No, it's to police and harass our communities. Meaning what? The so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans. You don't see them patrolling their own communities. Let Jake show up over there. They call the homeowner insurance real quick. What homeowner, whatever office, HOA, whatever.
Our country can no longer deliver basic services in times of emergency, as recently shown by the wonderful people of North Carolina, been treated so badly.
Treason is treason.
Check this out. Jeremiah 51, 8-9. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her. Take balm for her pain. If so, she may be healed. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her and let us go, everyone into his own country. For her judgment reacheth unto heaven and is lifted up even to the skies. There's no coming back. America is that medical term, what is, oh, not S, I think it's CDD, is circling down the drain, or CTD. You're circling down the drain. It's like a chronic illness. There's no cure. There's no means of it getting better. You just try to mitigate the pain until it's over. Like having pancreatic cancer or something, brain cancer or something. It's like, what do you expect? Mortality rate is. Anyways, let's get back to it. I'm gonna play that section one more time.
Our country can no longer deliver basic services in times of emergency, as recently shown by the wonderful people of North Carolina, been treated so badly.
Treason is treason.
Man, he's a great orator, man. He knows how to captivate the audience. That's my guy. I root for him because he gonna help usher in our kingdom. I mean, why would I go against the Lord's plan anyway? It's gonna happen.
This moment on, America's decline is over. With these actions, we will begin the complete restoration of America and the revolution of common sense. It's all about common sense.
I'm reading it one more time. Jeremiah 51:9. We will have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her and let us go everyone into his own country. For her judgment, America, reacheth unto heaven and is lift up even to the skies. Next segment. Salakia.
It will henceforth be the official policy of the United States government that there are only two genders, male and female.
Shit, I ain't gonna argue that. Let me just go and read this real quick then. Matthew chapter 19, verse 4 through 6. And he answered and said unto them, have ye not read? Of course they haven't. Have ye not read that he which made them at the beginning made them male and female? I think that's the book of Genesis where it was Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve, right? And said, for this cause shall a man leave father and mother. Father and mother, male, okay, male, female. And shall cleave to his wife, and they twain shall be one flesh. Wherefore they are no more twain, but one flesh. What therefore God, YAHAWAH, have joined together, let no man put asunder. So, going back to 30-something plus genders and all this other kind of stuff, I don't give a damn what you have going on inside your brain, what you claim to want to be or manifest. It still took two, count them, two heterosexual beings, a male heterosexual and a female heterosexual, to make and create you. Now, Susan probably would have taken me down for saying this, but, you know, I mean, the commander-in-chief says different. But nonetheless, though, this is another reason why we want the Lord to come back and to get rid of all this evil and wickedness because of this next clip. Oh, Lord.
Black healing is resistance. Indigenous healing is resistance. Trans healing is resistance. Have the audacity to heal yourself. When you heal yourself, you heal your lineage and your ancestors. Have the audacity to love yourself. Because when you love yourself, it is a you to every oppressor that would have you drown in yourself.
Okay, I'm just going to read this and move on. Matthew chapter 13, verse 41 through 42. The Son of Man shall send forth his angels, and they shall gather out of his kingdom all things that offend, and them which do iniquity, and shall cast them into a furnace of fire. There shall be wailing and gnashing of teeth. Simply said, a lot of people just need a global reset. On to the next segment.
This week, I will also end the government policy of trying to socially engineer race and gender into every aspect of public and private life. We will forge a society that is colorblind and merit-based.
Colorblind. He said colorblind and merit-based. Colorblind and merit-based. Understand how America was created. Understand how America got here. Understand the situation that we're in as a people. All right? I'm talking about so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, okay? Hold on really quick. Partner, I have to play this one more time.
This week, I will also end the government policy of trying to socially engineer race and gender into every aspect of public and private life. We will forge a society that is colorblind and merit-based.
Now, he said it's colorblind and merit-based. Every aspect of our life deals with racism, classism, and sexism. Every day you're dealing with racism, sexism, and classism. Even if you are not interacting with people. You can go to certain plazas and you can just look at the cars around and people walking around. This is an affluent area. Look at how they walk and carry themselves. Even look how they look at you. Every aspect of this society is about race. Even Kanye West said it. Even though you in the Benz, you still a nigga in the coupe. How many times we seen videos of Karen screaming saying, oh, this black man who's a law-abiding, she didn't say this part, a law-abiding citizen who pays his taxes, that has a family, that has a job, is not a drug dealer, not a pimp, not a thug, is cooking in a public park, crying wolf all the damn time. Stop it. But nonetheless, though, all nations being together like America was not supposed to be. That's why America's going to go up in flame. Thus saith the Lord. This is Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 7 through 9. Remember the days of old, consider the years of many generations. Ask thy father, and he will shew thee, thy elders, and they will tell thee. When the Most High divide it, y'all keep talking about coming together. That's why it's not working. When the Most High divide it to the nations their inheritance, and that Most High kills the Son is the Father thing too. When he separated the sons of Adam, he set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel. For the Lord's portion is his people. Jacob is the lot of his inheritance. So the Lord divided all nations on earth according to the nation of Israel. Period. It's always been about race. It's always been about the seed, the lineage. Always. Now, a little bit more and we're going to close out soon.
I'm personally here because I had a mental breakdown after Donald Trump won. It's devastation. It's absolute, complete devastation to people's mental, emotional, physical, and psychological health. People are dying as a result of Trump being elected. There are people dying by suicide because they don't want to live in a country where their rights are not respected and them as people are not seen as people, but rather than objects of that should be eliminated.
Americans are explorers, builders, innovators, entrepreneurs, and pioneers. The spirit of the frontier is written into our hearts. The call of the next great adventure resounds from within our souls. Our American ancestors turned a small group of colonies on the edge of a vast continent into a mighty republic of the most extraordinary citizens on earth.
I'm finna start right here. This is where I got a problem. Listen to how he's talking. Smooth. Our ancestors came to this land, this rigid land, and it was vast. And it's to this very day. We live in the information. Mr. Trump, I'm disappointed in you. You could have been. We live in whoever wrote that on the prompter, you fire there. We live in an information age. Smartphones was still a lot of stupid people. Not talking about the president, just saying in general. A lot of stupid people, smartphones. You mean to tell me you gonna act like this land was just vast and wasn't inhabited at all? At all. Even during your wicked Thanksgiving Day, you still speak of the people who was here before you. Right? Who helped you cultivate the land, wipe your ass, use eating utensils and all of that. You stabbed them in the back. You know there's a term that they call Indian giving, right? Huh. Okay. I'm a little
No
upset
one
now.
comes close.
That's true.
Americans push thousands of miles through a rugged
Edomites. 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 You notice how he called themselves Americans, but then he would call the same people who land they took Native Americans. This is wild.
land of untamed wilderness.
Untamed.
They
Inhabited.
cross deserts, scaled mountains.
Untamed. The Americas. Fuck it. From Alaska all the way down to Argentina, Chile, was inhabited by the 10 tribes of Israel. The Caribbean, the Taino, the Arawak Indians, yeah, Israelites. The Aztecs, the Incas, the Mayans, all Israelites. Remember the Mayan calendar? Everybody was going buku crazy. 2012. The Lord spoke about our people being timekeepers. Yeah. Y'all better wake up and smell the coffee or tea. Café con leche, con azúcar, something. Y'all sleep.
Braved untold dangers, won the Wild West, ended slavery, rescued millions.
Wow, when the Wild West ended slavery. I thought it was Civil War. And the real cowboys was us. Because Esau was not going to be out there in no field catching wild cow in that hot ass heat, in that sun. And I got a video on that too. The original cowboys were us. Were us. Think about it. Come on, y'all. Even during history, you had young Edomite boys about 10 years old calling an older black man who would be an Israelite man, like he's 60, 70 years old, calling him boy. Now all of a sudden you want to call yourself a cowboy? Something ain't adding up. And I don't need mathematics. Let go.
From tyranny, lifted billions from poverty.
Stop. Don't do that. Billions from... Stop.
They split the atom, launched mankind.
Oh, that was prophecy. You splitting the atom? The waster to destroy, Isaiah 54. I have created the smith who has created the waster to destroy. What did Oppenheimer say? Robert Oppenheimer say? He used a mantra, Elamite, Edian Sanskrit or something like that. He said, "I have become the destroyer of worlds." Yeah, the Lord gave you the wisdom to do that. The brother Yarma Gabar said it on his last live. I was on it with him. Come on, man.
Into the heavens and put the universe of human knowledge into the palm of the human hand. If we work together, there is nothing we cannot do and no dream we cannot achieve.
Well, for one, remember, y'all, it's called the American Dream for a reason. Because it's just that. But a lot of y'all can't even see it's a damn nightmare. But this is Psalms 55, 21 through 22. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. And he's still trying to, deport the indigenous people of this land. He's claiming to be illegals, but then we're all supposed to be Americans. I'm confused. Verse 22, cast thy burden upon the Lord. This is for the elect. YAHAWAH. And he shall sustain thee. He shall never suffer the righteous to be moved. Then why did it happen then? It was because of a curse. It was because of a curse. It was because of the curse. This was to befall us in the future. We have been moved because of the curses. But the Lord also made a covenant with our forefathers that we will get our land back, that we will have our rightful stead as rulers on this earth. In righteousness, laws, statutes, and commandments shall be pushed out all throughout the four corners of the earth. And we're going to have new bodies. In the second covenant, where the laws will be on our inward part and we will not sin anymore. Only the nation of Israel at that. Nonetheless, Isaiah 33 and 22. I was going to read Obadiah chapter 1, verse 1 through 8, but I think I've gone long enough. But Isaiah chapter 1, verse 1 through 8 goes into Esau. Pretty much how, in his mind, how they brought this up. Matter of fact, I'm going to just read a little bit. The vision of Obadiah, thus saith the Lord God concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from the Lord, an ambassador is sent among the heathen. What's an ambassador? A representative of a country. Guess who the ambassadors are? The 144,000 to 1/3. We are the ambassadors for our own people. Because nobody represents us in the G20 summits. We are the nation not desired. How can it be the people over there that own all the money in the world with the small hats? How? Getting a little upset. Arise ye and let us rise up against her in battle. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. Yes, the world hates you. Though the Russians are Edomites too, you're like the bad bunch of all the Edomites. You know how you have the Dukes of Edom and all of that? You have Prince Harry and King Edward and Princess Elizabeth. And then you will have the serf and the peasants who will be what? The rednecks. The trailer park trash, so to say. Just like how we have our own people that want to live, be bougie, have money. That's fine, that's cool. But then you got people living in the projects and the ghettos, right? You understand what I'm saying? So you do have, different how should I say, tiers of Edomites, but nonetheless they all Edomites. All right. Obadiah 1 and 3. This is what I really want to get out. The pride of thine heart has deceived thee. Thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Yeah, you in the clefts of the rocks. You the same man that said we all started off as cavemen because you came from the cave. You wanted to start your own new recreation story, right? Because you lived in the rocks in Mount Petra. Come on now. Anyways, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, who does that? I think the Romans had the eagle. I think Adolf Hitler, Germans had the eagle, and I think America even used the eagle as their national animal, national bird, so to say. Though thou hast exalted thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest amongst the stars, the ISS, yes, International Space Station, thence will I breathe thee down to the ground. And I'm going to leave it right there, because there's so much more, but I would have to expound on it. But here we go. Isaiah 33 and 22. For the Lord is our judge. I'm going to read it right. For Yahawah is our judge. Yahawah is our lawgiver. Yahawah is our king. He will save us. People ask me who I vote for every 4 years or every term. I always tell them I vote for the Most High and His only begotten Son. And then they look goofy. Because y'all are still going to vote for somebody, but y'all claim to praise and believe in them. Which y'all probably believe in Jehovah and Jesus, but no, I believe in Yahawah and YAHAWASHI. Now, as for America having a bright future, I want all of y'all to remember this. Even you Christians who still believe in this society. Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 14 through 15. I know that whatsoever God doeth, it shall be forever. Nothing can be put to it, nor anything taken from it. And God, Yahawah, doeth it, that men should fear before him. That which hath been is now, and that which is to be hath already been. And Yahawah Bahashim YAHAWASHI requireth that which is past. Y'all act like slavery just happened and done with. Remember, 1,000 years to us is one day to the Lord. So what the hell you think 500 years, 400 years ago was? What, 12, 11 hours? That's like this find out, man, that your brother died at the arms of some drug dealer or some criminal. It's still fresh in your mind. So what you done to the Lord's people still fresh in his mind. So y'all tend to y'all business, and I'm going to tend to mine. So with that being said, I truly pray you will edify and fed, stay in the spirit, don't fear it, just endure it. Ask for forgiveness, pray without ceasing, stay humble, remain diligent. Call Master Allah, more flubber ball. Shalom.